You are tuned in to the Total Makeover program series with the amazing, phenomenal, and empowering health coach of the highest caliber, Remy.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the TMP series for the healthy, happy, and better living. My name is Remy Owadukum. I am a certified health coach and weight loss expert. I am also the founder of the Total Makeover Program Academy, and I am also the author of the best-selling book, How I Lost 40 kg, which is a best-selling book on Amazon. Okay, so if you're interested in reading my book, please find it on Amazon. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about an interesting term called liminality. Yes, I know it sounds like all this like big grammar, this big word, and I'm going to tell you how I found this word and why I decided to use it. I actually heard this word for the first and only time while I was in Sao Paulo in Brazil at a TEDx talk. I can't remember the name of the scientist, but she explained liminality to be, the place where you are between where you want to go and where you're coming from, right? So that place in your journey between where you're going and where you're coming from is called liminality. And I wrote that term down, and I kept thinking about it, did she craft that name? I actually went to find it on Google and I couldn't find it, but I thought it was very interesting terminology. And I remember that I wrote a post on this, and and I remember being in that place during my weight loss journey. And sometimes I do feel like I'm still in that place. You want to lose weight, like your ideal goal, for instance. Like I remember when I was 110 kg and and I wanted to lose weight, even though 70 kg was not what I had in mind. I had something less, but let's just assume that I wanted to do 70 kg at the time when I started. And I remember I lost 5 kg and I still looked okay, my clothes were fitting better, and I lost 10 kg and people were beginning to notice. And then I lost 15 kg, and then people were like, okay, you're looking weird. Like your head is looking bigger than your body, your neck is looking too thin, your thighs are still too fat, your whole body is looking like all weird. And I remember that this thing really got to me, and it really made me feel bad, because I can't go and hide my body. I can't go wear something too big to hide. There was nothing that I could do, and also during this period I couldn't really buy clothes because I hadn't gotten to my desired weight, and the old clothes I had were bigger than me or weren't fitting right, so they were falling, and I just looked like all kinds of weird, right? And this was a time when I really needed people to encourage me and say, keep going, and people were telling me that I was looking horrible and just constantly reminding me of how all this thing I've been working towards not exactly paying off as I would like. And I know that this is also a concern for my clients. It's also a concern for a lot of people, who send me emails. I'm like, I'm losing weight, and oh my God, I can't find my boobs. Oh my God, I can't find my thighs. Oh my God, and it's a scary experience for them. And it was for me too, because, most of us don't really know how we're going to look like when we lose weight. Most of us we're never slim. So we don't have a mental image that, okay, this too will pass. Very soon I'm going to look like this. So all of these things these people are saying doesn't matter. For those people who were slim before, have been slim and have this image in their head of, okay, this is how I'm going to look like if I keep going, it's easier for them, because they're like, oh, don't worry, wait till I lose an extra 10 kg, you're going to see how far I'm going to look. Some of us did not have that confidence because we really didn't know how we're going to look, so the temptation is very high. Do I just add weight and just go back to the one that I know and I'm comfortable with, or should I keep going and then just hope that I end up looking something like what I imagine? It's a very tough decision. I know people might like, oh, what's the big deal? It is a big deal, because this is your body. You can't use sellotape to tape it around, And so I'm creating this video to just encourage you and to tell you what to do when you feel like you're stuck in liminality. I know that it's a very huge temptation for you to be like, you know what? I don't think my life was that bad when I was fat. I think I'm just going to just go back to being fat. I think I'm just going to go back to what I know, what is safe, what is comfortable. At least I know what I'm going to look like. I know people thought I was chubby, but they didn't think I was deformed when I was fat, you know. But I want to encourage you to keep going. You know, I know it's difficult. You're seeing sagging skin and you're like, I don't want my skin to sag. I'd rather just be fat and not have sag skin. You know, I just want to encourage you to keep going. It was a very difficult decision for me to make. I remember that no matter what I did, I was losing weight everywhere, but my thighs were still very huge. Like my thighs, I think they were about 33 inches, and I had lost like 12 inches on my stomach, and my thigh had not reduced at all. And I'm like, I don't want to look like, you know, I don't even know what words to use it. Like, it's not like I had like this hourglass shape, that, you know, my hips. So like, I looked totally ridiculous, you know. And I was wearing like size, I don't know what pants. You know, it was just like very ridiculous, and it was very tough. But I just knew that I couldn't go back to where I was coming from, right? And even though it was a safe place, I knew that safe hadn't gotten me anywhere that I really liked over the last few years. I already knew what I looked like fat. I already knew what I felt like being fat. I didn't know what it felt like to be slim. I didn't know what it felt like to go to stores and find things my size without having to spend hours arguing with the attendant who's hiding from me. You know, I didn't have to like cancel. I didn't want to have to start thinking about canceling. You know, I already knew what it felt like to cancel parties and things because I didn't want to be the elephant in the room. You know, I already knew how all these things felt, and I wanted something different. And the only way that I could feel and experience something different was to keep going. You know, it was okay that I wasn't looking the way I wanted, because I knew that was not my destination. Now, if my destination ended up in a place where I didn't like my body, that would have been a completely different scenario. But I knew that where I was, liminality, was just a part of the journey. It wasn't my destination. So what I just did was, you know what, Remy, everything is going to be okay. And I went on the internet and I started searching for people who had experienced the same thing, and they all said it was normal. I spoke to people who, you know, had lost weight, and like, oh yes, I remember there was one time when my arms were so tight, and you know, it would fit on my body, but my arm would not go through the sleeve, and I felt like my life was over. And I'm like, oh my God, it's not just me. I want to encourage, you're not the only one. Trust me, if you go to like a group, a support group, and you complain about these things or you bring it up, you're going to find so many people who are going through exactly the same thing. Right? It is a journey, it's a process. You can't just snap your fingers and you look one way, and the next day you look another way. It takes time, and what you need to do is, as if there are voices that you can't control, of the people who are, you know, telling you how bad you look, still find ways to just smile about it, and then if you can't cope with it, find people that can support you. I'm going to use this opportunity to actually invite you to join my support group on Facebook, Total Makeover Program, right? So it's www.facebook.com/groups/TMP Academy. I'm sure like the title is going to like come somewhere in the video. You know, you should join us there. If you can feel safe to talk about the issues that are bothering you, and we'll be there to encourage you. So if you can come to places like that, 5 places where you can be safe and you can talk about how you're feeling and the things that you're experiencing, people can show up for you and encourage you and show you that, you know what, this is just a part of the process. The truth is, even when you reach your desired weight, people are still going to say things about you and your body that you don't like. There's so many things that people are going to say about, you know, I think I liked you when you were fatter, you look very somehow now, you don't have any meat. People will always find things to say. Alright, and really you can't keep revolving your life around, you know, other people's opinion. What really matters is how you feel about yourself. If when you reach your desired goal, nobody can take away the way you're going to feel, then I think it's worth fighting for. I mean, I think it's worth the hustle, right? And like I said, always bear in mind that you're going somewhere. Liminality is just a part of the journey. I mean, I live in Brazil, and I know that traveling between Nigeria and Brazil is a very long trip. You know, it's about 26 hours, and you know, I have to take 2 flights, and the second leg is usually the longest. So sometimes I'm in the flight for like between 9 hours to 12 hours at a stretch. And you know, no matter how uncomfortable the flight is, no matter how annoying the flight is, no matter how whatever the flight is, I can't just get off the plane and jump off, right? You know, so I just have to be patient and just, you know, focus on the fact that this journey will soon be over. In a matter of hours, I'm going to get to my destination, and you know, I'm going to be free to do whatever I want, right? Like, not get stuck in the plane again, right? So for you, just think about it like you're on a journey, you're on a bus, you're on a plane, and you know, you can't stop and get off halfway. You really do need to get to your final destination, right? So just think about it. Whatever it is, on whatever stage you are in your weight loss journey, it's okay. It's okay. You're going to get through it, and you're going to get to the other point. Just when it gets too tough to bear, join us in our support group. When it gets too tough to bear, look for somebody who has been through what you're going through. Go to Instagram, go on YouTube, go on websites and blogs, and find stories of people who are going through exactly what you go through, and be reminded that you're not the only one, and be reminded that it is possible, and be reminded that you too can get it done. So I hope you enjoyed the second episode of the TMP series, Liminality. Until next time, stay healthy.
You are tuned in to the Total Makeover Program series with the amazing, phenomenal, and empowering health coach of the highest caliber, Remy.
Slick City Empire.